Well, my fellow agents, today marks the first day of the Reanimated Global event, and in my opinion, it is one of the most enjoyable ones in the game. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite one-tap headshot builds, which is pretty easy to put together, but more importantly, it is a ton of fun to use. What's up, my YouTube family? Graybeard with the Gaming Brigade, back with another Division 2 build video, and today is going to be a quick one as I wanted to make sure I shared this build with you the morning that this event began. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and we are having a giveaway for a PlayStation 5, but as always, I'll save that information until the end of the video. Now, one thing I want to make sure I mention, and this is really for new and returning players who maybe haven't jumped into a global event in a while, you need to make sure you activate it, because if you do not, you will not be earning any of the stars that help you progress in the reward track. But also remember, you're going to get a star for every shade level that you gain, and when you do that, you can spend them at the global event vendor. So my friends, it is a great opportunity to earn some really good stuff. With that being said, we're going to jump right into the build breakdown, and then after that you will see some gameplay footage. So starting with the specialization, we are using sharpshooter, and that is for the following reasons. You're going to get a headshot damage bonus, you get a stability bonus, you get a little extra armor and cover, and with the specialization, it gives you the ability to use the digital scope, which is going to give you an extra 45% headshot damage bonus when it's equipped. And for some of you out there, I know you're not really a fan of that scope, so you do have other options, and in fact in this footage, I used a different scope just to show you can do a different variation if you want. Now moving on to the weapons, you can see my primary is the White Death. This thing is an absolute monster. The best way to farm for it is in Countdown. Set your targeted loot to marksman rifles, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck. And when it comes to the talent, you can see I'm using Determined, where after killing an enemy with a headshot, the next weapon damage shot landed on any enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. Now when it comes to the scope, and I talked about this a moment ago, in all the footage you're about to see, I'm just using this scope right here. It's the regular VX1, and even with that, you are one-tapping anything. But remember, if you want to get that extra 10% headshot damage, equip the digital scope. I definitely recommend it. When it comes to the secondary weapon, my friend, it's really dealer's choice. Whatever you want to put there is fine. You can see I'm running with a FAMAS, another great option, and one that I typically run with is a Scorpio, because that just happens to be my favorite weapon in the game. And when it comes to the handgun, I'm using a D50 with the talent Determined. Moving on to the gear itself, you can see I'm using 2 Hotshot, 1 Araldi, 1 HG, 1 Walker and Harris, and the Ninja Bike Messenger bag. Now when it comes to this bag, and this is something I mention in every video that highlights this, there's currently a bug in the game that can affect your brand set bonus when you're equipping this bag. So my recommendation is have this be the last piece of gear that you put on your build. So put everything else together, then switch the backpack to the Ninja Bike, you will be good to go. And secondly, you do have many other options when it comes to choosing a bag, but with this bag and the talent Resourceful, it does allow you to put a lot of things together that we couldn't before. So starting with the mask, it's the first piece of Hotshot we have equipped, and remember, we only have 2 pieces equipped of this gear set. However, because we have the Ninja Bike, we get 3 gear set bonuses. So we get that 30% marksman rifle and weapon handling, and we get 30% headshot damage. And on all of this gear, I'm trying to stack headshot damage everywhere I can, especially because of the Reanimated event right now, because that's what you're going for. You're going for those headshots. Now moving on to the body armor, it's the one piece of Araldi, but again, because we have the Ninja Bike equipped, we are getting 2 brand set bonuses, which are 10% marksman rifle damage and 15% headshot damage. Now on this piece, I really wish that second attribute wasn't hazard protection, but this is the best one I have, and I'm using the talent Headhunter, which is definitely one of the best in the game for a build like this. And for those of you that may have the named Walker and Harris body armor Chain Killer, you can definitely switch to that because it has the talent Perfect Headhunter. But if you do that, which I'll do right here, you can then switch your knee pads to that one piece of Araldi. Moving on to the holster, it's the second piece of the Hotshot gear set, but once again, because we have the Ninja Bike, we are getting 3 gear set bonuses, again stacking headshot damage on that, making our way to the knee pads. pads. You're going to have one of two things here, either a piece of Walker and Harris or a piece of Araldi, depending on what you have on the chest. You want one in one place, one in the other. Making our way to the gloves, it's the one piece of HG. And once again, because we have the messenger bag, we are getting two of the brand set bonuses, which are 15% headshot damage and 15% marksman rifle damage as well. Moving on to the skills. I'm using my two favorite for a build like this, the assault drone and the assault turret, because they are a great distraction to NPC and put out damage as well. Another option you have is the decoy. Again, my friends, try out different things and make this build your own. Now you can see my crit hit chance and crit hit damage are pretty low, but my headshot damage is 321.3. Again, this is going to be dependent on the gear not only you have equipped, but also your shade watch. So as long as you're over shade level 1000, you will have all of your watch attributes maxed out. If it's less, your numbers may be a little different. One final tip I want to pass along for those of you that are just jumping into a build like this is anytime you're using this build, go for the red bars first. Once you get that headshot and you proc the talent headhunter, it's pretty much going to be lights out for any other NPC that you target. And again, that will vary. Let's say if the NPC is wearing armor, they have a helmet on. I mean, you'll see here in a moment. I hit an NPC right in the dome. We're talking dead center, and it hits him for 15 mil, doesn't take him out. So again, you know, you may have to do 2 shots, but you can see by this footage, this build is a ton of fun to use. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about putting these build videos together is the family that we have at the channel. So if you happen to have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new and returning players, please let me know, as the main goal here is to help out as many people as we can. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, we are currently having a giveaway at the channel for a PlayStation 5. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced May 4th of this year. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out, but I want to take a moment as always and thank you all for the incredible support you continue to show me at the channel. Today is actually the 3-year anniversary of my starting this thing, and I am sincerely thankful you are a part of this family. I appreciate all of you, and as I mentioned before, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
I got your division right here.